We're diving into the history and value of the 1979 D Washington quarter, a coin you might just have in your pocket right now. But could it be worth millions? Let's find out. The Washington Quarter series began back in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. The coin was originally designed by John Flanagan, with his bust of Washington gracing the obverse. Fast forward to 1979, and the Denver Mint produced nearly 500 million quarters with the D Mint mark. These quarters were meant for everyday use, but there are certain coins from this batch that hold incredible value today. While the majority of 1979 D quarters are worth face value, there are certain variations, misprints, and error coins that collectors are after. The most famous of these are coins with striking errors. Some of the rarest and most valuable varieties include double dies, off-center strikes, and coins struck on experimental planchets. Each of these errors can make a 1979 D quarter far more valuable, sometimes reaching thousands of dollars at auction. But the real question is, are there examples of this coin that could be worth even more? Over the years, rumors have circulated that some 1979 D Washington quarters are worth millions of dollars. While this might sound far-fetched, it's not unheard of in the numismatic world. In 2013, a 1974 aluminum penny fetched over $2 million. The value of these coins often depends on their rarity, condition, and any unique errors. The 1979 D quarter could potentially be worth millions if it had a one-of-a-kind error or if it were in an exceptional grade, something very rare in circulating coins. So, how do you know if your 1979 D quarter is worth more than 25 cents? First, closely examine it with a magnifying glass for any visible errors like doubling or an off-center strike. If you think you found a rare one, it's worth having it graded by a professional grading service. A high grade could increase its value significantly. You could also check auction records to see if similar coins have fetched high prices recently. Even a regular 1979 D quarter in pristine condition, graded as MS67 or higher, could be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. While it's rare to find a 1979 D quarter worth millions, keep in mind that finding unique and valuable coins is always possible. Even if you don't find $1 million coin, the hunt can still be exciting and profitable. So, dig through your change, check your coin jars, and who knows? You might just have a valuable piece of history sitting right in your pocket. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting with a special focus on the 1981 P Washington quarter dollar. You might think it's just another coin, but some of these have recently caught the attention of collectors, selling for thousands, even millions, in high-grade conditions. So, let's uncover the history, unique features, and value of this iconic piece. Let's start with a bit of history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. However, by 1981, these quarters were a staple of American currency and used widely across the country. They featured John Flanagan classic design, showcasing George Washington on the obverse, or front side, with the national eagle on the reverse. But what makes the 1981 quarter, particularly the one with a P Mint mark, stand out to collectors today? Coins from the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a P, were produced in large numbers that year, over 600 million quarters, in fact. But despite the high mintage, there are a few things that set certain 1981 P quarters apart, making them highly sought after by collectors. One key factor is condition. Coins that have been perfectly preserved in mint state, graded as MS67 or higher, are especially rare. As of recent years, some high-grade 1981 P quarters have sold at auction for staggering amounts. Now, let's talk about value. While most circulated 1981 P quarters are only worth face value, the ones that have been preserved in top condition can be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more. It all comes down to a few main factors: grade, rarity, and any unique characteristics or errors. For example, some 1981 P quarters with flawless, mirror-like finishes or strong strikes can go for high prices among collectors. But if you're lucky enough to find one with a rare mint error, like a double die or off-center strike, you could be looking at a real treasure. So, how can you tell if your 1981 P quarter is worth big money? First, check its overall condition. Are there scratches, nicks, or wear? If it looks pristine, you may want to have it graded professionally by companies like PCGS or NGC. These companies assess coins and assign them a grade, which can significantly influence their value. Next, let's discuss the best way to handle and store your quarters. If you think you found a valuable one, be sure to store it in a protective case and handle it as little as possible. Oils from your fingers can cause damage over time, which could lower the coin's grade and, ultimately, its value. Alright, let's recap. The 1981 P Washington quarter may seem common at first glance, but if you find one in pristine condition or with unique mint errors, you could be holding a valuable piece. Remember, the key to unlocking its potential is in the details. So, check your change, search through old collections, and you might just find a hidden gem worth thousands, or even millions. We're diving into the world of the 1983 P quarter dollar coin, a coin that's famous, fascinating, and potentially very valuable. Could you be holding one worth a small fortune? Let's start with a bit of history. The 1983 P quarter was minted in Philadelphia, hence the P mint mark. It was part of the Washington Quarter series, a series that began in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. By 1983, quarters like these were commonly used for daily transactions, but a combination of circumstances made this particular year stand out. In the early 80s, there was a serious recession. People were saving money less, and more coins were circulating than ever. This meant the U.S. Mint pushed these coins out quickly, often with little regard for quality. As a result, high-grade 1983 P quarters are incredibly rare, making them a unique piece of American history. Now, what makes the 1983 P quarter special? Well, due to the recession, most of these coins were heavily circulated, resulting in only a few high-quality ones surviving to this day. In fact, very few were set aside by collectors. Because of this, finding one in pristine condition is almost impossible. Most 1983 P quarters you'll come across are worn down from years of use. But a rare few have survived in near-perfect condition, and these are the ones that command attention, and money. Alright, let's talk value. A regular 1983 P quarter in average circulated condition might only be worth its face value, or a little more. But if you're lucky enough to find one in MS-67 or MS-68, mint state, condition, you could be looking at a coin worth thousands, and, in exceptional cases, even millions at auction. Why? Because the demand for high-quality quarters from this year is incredibly high, especially among serious collectors. Only a handful have been graded at MS-68 or higher, which is why these few pristine examples can bring in such jaw-dropping prices. We're exploring the 1989 P Mint Mark Washington quarter, a coin that you may just have lying around, but it could be worth millions of dollars. So stick around, because you won't want to miss this one. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1989 Washington quarter was minted as part of the long-running series that started in 1932. The P Mint mark on this quarter shows that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which minted over 512 million of these quarters in 1989. But what exactly makes this coin so valuable? The Washington quarter has a rich history, designed by John Flanagan to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. The design features a portrait of Washington on the front, with an eagle on the reverse side, a classic look that was in use from 1932 up until 1998, when the state quarters were introduced. These quarters are made of copper and nickel, and they weigh 5.67 grams. But what makes the 1989 P quarter special? Let's dig deeper. In general, 1989 P quarters aren't rare, unless they contain certain errors. Error coins are some of the most valuable in the numismatic world, and a 1989p quarter with a specific error can be worth a fortune. One of the most sought-after errors for this quarter is a significant minting error where the coin may have been double-struck, contain an off-center strike, or feature a wrong planchet error. These rare mistakes can happen during the minting process, making these coins truly one of a kind. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The value of these error coins can range anywhere from a few $100s to millions depending on the condition and rarity of the error. For example, a 1989p quarter with a unique minting error could sell for over $1 million at auction. The most sought-after coins are in pristine condition, graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. So, how do you know if you have one of these valuable quarters? Make sure it's a P mark from Philadelphia. Use a magnifying glass or a coin microscope. Check for double strikes, off-center images, or any unusual patterns on both sides of the coin. If your coin looks almost untouched, it might be worth getting it professionally graded. While the chances of finding one of these million-dollar coins are slim, it's always worth checking those quarters you have tucked away. You never know when you might find a hidden gem. And if you think you have something special, don't hesitate to get it graded, it could make a huge difference in the coin's value. We're diving into the fascinating world of Washington quarters, focusing specifically on the 1994p mint mark, and uncovering what makes certain specimens worth thousands, and even millions, of dollars. The 1994p Washington quarter is part of a long-standing tradition in U.S. coinage. The Washington Quarter series began back in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. These coins feature his profile on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan, and a majestic eagle on the reverse. In 1994, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of these quarters, making them quite common for circulation. So, you may ask, what makes some of these coins so valuable? Most 1994p quarters are only worth their face value, but a select few have sold for huge sums due to rare characteristics and minting errors. Let's look at some of the traits that could make a 1994p quarter worth far more than 25 cents. The most valuable 1994p quarters are usually error coins. Errors like double die strikes, off-center strikes, or even planchet errors can significantly increase a coin's value. For example, a major double die error on either the obverse or reverse can make a coin highly desirable for collectors. In some cases, these coins have been known to sell for thousands of dollars. It's essential to know what to look for. With the right error, you could be looking at a coin that could sell for anywhere from a few $100s to tens of thousands. Next up, let's talk about grading and condition. Most high-value coins are those in mint or near-mint condition. For the 1994p quarter, a high grade from a grading company like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can drastically increase its value. A perfect, or MS-70 grade, is rare for circulated coins but could fetch a very high price. Even lower-grade coins can be worth a lot if they have interesting errors or are in exceptionally good condition. You might be wondering, has anyone actually paid big bucks for a 1994p quarter? Yes. There have been cases where rare, pristine error coins have fetched thousands at auctions. While it's rare, it's not impossible. These auctions are proof that valuable coins are out there, and your 1994p quarter could be one of them. It just takes a bit of luck and a keen eye to spot the unique traits that make it valuable. So, what should you be looking for if you want to find one of these valuable 1994p quarters? First, inspect your coin carefully, preferably under magnification. Look for any unusual marks, doubling, or off-center strikes. If you think you've got a rare specimen, consider getting it professionally graded. This process can authenticate the coin and give it an official grade, which adds to its value. You might not find $1 million coin overnight, but who knows? You could come across something special. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and that's what makes it so exciting. We're diving into a fascinating piece of US coin history that could be sitting in your pocket change right now. We're talking about the 1995 D Washington quarter, a coin that might look like any other but could actually be worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. Stick around to find out why this coin is so special, how to identify it, and how much it could be worth. Let's start with a bit of background on the Washington quarter itself. This coin design was first introduced in 1932, in honor of George Washington's 200th birthday. Since then, it's become one of the most recognizable coins in U.S. currency. By 1995, the Denver Mint was producing quarters in high volumes. But what sets the 1995 D quarter apart from all the others made that year? Now, you might be thinking, how could a quarter from 1995 be worth so much? Well, like many valuable coins, it comes down to rarity and demand. Certain error coins from this year have been identified, particularly those with minting mistakes. These rare errors increase the coin's value dramatically among collectors. One of the most common reasons for higher values is minting errors. In the case of the 1995 D quarter, look for things like double die errors, where elements like the date or lettering appear slightly doubled due to misalignment. Coins in uncirculated, high-quality condition are always more valuable. Coins with minimal scratches, toning, or wear are especially rare from this year. 3. Low population in collector's market. While millions of 1995 D quarters were minted, very few of them in top condition or with rare errors are available on the collector's market, making them highly sought after. So, just how much could a 1995 D Washington quarter be worth? Generally, these quarters go for a few dollars when they're in average condition. However, if you happen to have one with a rare error or in a perfect uncirculated state, it could be worth thousands of dollars, sometimes even millions. Recently, there have been reports of these coins fetching sky-high prices at auction. Coins in perfect condition can be worth over $10,000, especially if they show no signs of wear and tear. Double die errors or unique mint marks can push the value even higher. If only a handful of these coins exist in such pristine condition, collectors will pay top dollar. First, make sure you see the D mint mark, which is located to the right of Washington's ponytail on the coin. This indicates it was minted in Denver. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin for any double die effects or unusual features around the letters and numbers. If you think you've struck gold, consider having your coin professionally graded. Grading companies like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and assess the coin's value, potentially increasing what you could get for it. Preserving your coin is also essential. Use protective cases or capsules to prevent scratches or tarnishing, and always handle coins by the edges. So, there you have it. The 1995 D Washington quarter might just be more valuable than you ever imagined. Next time you're sorting through your change, keep an eye out, you never know, you might just find a hidden fortune. Have any of you found rare coins in your collection? Drop a comment below and let us know your story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on more hidden coin treasures. We're diving into a coin that might just blow your mind, the 1999p mint mark quarter dollar. That's right, this little coin could potentially be worth a fortune. Let's dig into its history, find out what makes it so valuable, and discover how much it could be worth today. So, let's start with a bit of background. In 1999, the U.S. Mint released quarters for 5 states as part of their state quarters program. This program celebrated each U.S. state with unique designs on the reverse side of the quarters, starting with Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut. Now, the 1999p mint mark quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is where that P comes from. The Philadelphia Mint produced millions of these coins, and at first glance, they may seem pretty common. But, as we'll soon find out, certain 1999p quarters are anything but ordinary. What makes these quarters potentially worth $1 million? Well, it all boils down to errors and unique characteristics. Some 1999p quarters have rare errors that make them highly sought after by collectors. One such error is the off-center strike, where the image on the coin is not perfectly aligned. This happens when the die doesn't properly stamp the coin. Another rare error is the double die, where the designs on either the obverse or reverse are doubled, making the images look blurred or shadowed. These errors can significantly increase a coin's value because they're incredibly rare and unique. Aside from errors, the condition of the coin also plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins that are in near-perfect condition, or what collectors call mint state, are much more valuable than those that have seen wear and tear. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless coin. If you happen to have a 1999p quarter in a high grade, especially with a rare error, it could be worth thousands, or even millions, depending on demand in the collector's market. Now, if you think you might have one of these valuable quarters, here's what you need to look for. First, grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe and carefully inspect your 1999p quarter. Look for any off-center images, doubling on the text or designs, or unusual markings. Then, check the overall condition. Does it look pristine, or does it show signs of wear? If you suspect you have a valuable piece, consider getting it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade will help confirm its value and make it even more attractive to collectors. So, how much could a 1999p quarter with these special characteristics be worth? Depending on the error and the coin's grade, these coins have sold for hundreds, thousands, and even millions of dollars at auction. In some cases, rare error coins have fetched jaw-dropping prices because they're so incredibly rare. Collectors and coin enthusiasts are willing to pay big bucks for these rare pieces of US mint history, so if you happen to find one, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. We're diving into the story behind the 2006 D Mint Mark Washington quarter, a coin that's not only steeped in history but also could potentially be worth a fortune. Stay tuned to learn what makes this coin unique and how much collectors are willing to pay for one. The 2006 D Washington quarter was part of the 50-state quarters program that ran from 1999 to 2008. This quarter honored Colorado, with a beautiful design showcasing the rugged Rocky Mountains. Minted at the Denver Mint, it proudly bears the D Mint mark, representing the city where it was struck. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse, we have the familiar image of George Washington. But it's the reverse that really stands out, showcasing the stunning Colorado Rocky Mountains with the words, "Colorful Colorado" displayed boldly. This design captures the spirit of Colorado's natural beauty and has made it a favorite among collectors and residents alike. Obverse, George Washington reverse, Colorado Rockies with "Colorful Colorado." Now, you might be wondering, why would a quarter minted in 2006 be worth more than face value? Well, like any coin, the value of the 2006 D Colorado quarter is influenced by its condition, rarity, and demand. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially those with unique errors, can fetch a premium. Some of these quarters have been known to sell for thousands or even millions under the right circumstances. For example, error coins or coins graded at a perfect MS-70 by professional grading services can be highly sought after by collectors willing to pay top dollar. What really drives the value up are rare errors. Some 2006 D quarters have shown unique mint errors, such as doubling on the inscriptions or unusual die cracks. If you're lucky enough to find one with these characteristics, it could be worth a substantial amount. Additionally, collectors are often willing to pay high prices for coins that have been authenticated and graded by a reputable service. If you think you have a 2006 D quarter in mint condition, it might be worth having it professionally graded. So, how can you tell if your 2006 D quarter might be worth more than face value? First, inspect it under a magnifying glass. Look for any unusual markings, doubling on letters, or anything that seems out of the ordinary. Then, consider having it graded by a professional service to confirm its value. Once you've verified the coin's value, you might wonder where to sell it. Online platforms like eBay or auction houses are great places to reach a wide audience. For extremely rare coins, working with a professional auction house could help you get the best price possible. That's it for today's deep dive into the 2006 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. Who would have thought that a small piece of change could hold such big value? Don't forget to subscribe for more videos on coin collecting, and hit the like button if you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. We're diving into the fascinating history and potential value of the 2021 P Mint Mark quarter dollar coin. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. The 2021 P Mint Mark quarter dollar is part of the America the Beautiful series, which celebrates national parks and other national sites in the United States. Each coin in this series showcases unique designs, and the 2021 release features the beautiful design of the Tuskegee Airmen National Historic Site in Alabama. Let's talk about the design. The reverse side of the 2021 P quarter depicts the heroic Tuskegee Airmen, who played a vital role during World War II as the first African-American military aviators in the U.S. Armed Forces. The obverse side features the iconic portrait of George Washington, a design that has remained unchanged since 1932. In 2021, the Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 1.5 million of these coins, which makes it relatively rare, especially in uncirculated condition. As with any collectible coin, lower mintage figures can significantly increase demand and value. Now, let's get to the exciting part: how much is this coin worth? Currently, the 2021 P Mint Mark quarter dollar can sell for anywhere from $10 to $50, depending on its condition. However, some coins have been known to fetch much higher prices at auctions, particularly those in perfect condition or with unique errors. For example, a few listings have seen bids soar into the hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. Look out for misprints or errors, as these can drastically increase value. Coins in mint condition or those graded by a professional grading service will fetch higher prices. Follow current market trends to know when to buy or sell. To wrap it up, the 2021 P Mint Mark quarter dollar is not just a beautiful piece of art, but it also holds significant historical value and potential worth. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing content on coin collecting. Drop your thoughts on this coin in the comments below. Do you have one in your collection? We're diving into a fascinating piece of modern American coinage, the 1995 Washington quarter with the P Mint Mark. Could this coin really be worth millions? Let's find out. Let's start with a little background on the 1995 Washington quarter itself. By 1995, the U.S. Mint had been producing the Washington quarter for over 60 years, after it was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The quarter has since become one of the most circulated coins in the U.S. The 1995 quarter was minted in Philadelphia, as indicated by the P Mint Mark on the obverse, or front side. More than 1 billion of these coins were struck that year, so on the surface, they might not seem too rare. But what makes this coin interesting? Although billions were made, certain 1995 quarters have been reported with unique errors, like doubling and striking anomalies. While not all quarters are worth more than face value, these error coins have piqued the interest of collectors and experts alike. One of the most famous errors is the double die error, which can occur when the die shifts slightly during the minting process, causing a duplication of the design elements. This kind of error is highly collectible and can increase the coin's value tremendously. Now, let's talk about value. While most 1995 P Washington quarters are only worth face value, some error coins have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. So what about millions? Well, that's mostly a hypothetical scenario, but it's not unheard of for coins with very unique errors, exceptional provenance, or celebrity ownership to sell for huge amounts at auction. Realistically, the most valuable 1995 quarters are typically graded as mint state, MS, meaning they are uncirculated and in excellent condition. An MS-67 or MS-68 coin could fetch several $100s or more, especially if it's verified as an error coin. If you're searching for one of these valuable coins, here are some things to look for. First, inspect the coin for any doubling, especially around the lettering on the obverse side. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to examine details closely. Next, check the overall condition. Even a small scratch can impact the value, so finding one in near-perfect condition is key. And remember, even if you don't have $1 million coin, a few $100 is still a fantastic find. So there you have it. The 1995 P. Washington quarter is a fascinating coin that shows just how exciting coin collecting can be. Remember, while not every coin will make you a millionaire, there are plenty of hidden treasures out there waiting to be found. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin collecting tips and tricks. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Keep an eye out for that special quarter, it could be worth way more than you think. Check out our other videos on rare quarters and other coins worth big money. You never know what treasures might be hiding in your pocket.